as we were talking, every time his team has their backs against the wall, the 23 Savage Morphling is something they go back to. It's a comfort pick. He is probably the best Morphling in the world at this point.
It's his most prolific hero in pubs. It's his most prolific hero in professional matches. It's everywhere. Nisha actually using the early Q to be able to stop Q and gets them a first blood for Team Liquid.
You have Furion versus the Ench, which is not as bad a matchup as it used to be because, of course, you're not playing off Treants. And you have this Treant Morphling lane, which is just a powerhouse of a lane, especially for a Darkseer that doesn't have a melee for to combo with.
Oh, Nisha playing the margins there. He went down to below 10 health against that final hit from Mikoto. Mikoto's still playing for it. Furion's going to come in, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Nisha is going to be slapped down as the creeps were underneath his tower. This is all due to the fact that first blood.
This is something that Talon are going to try and exploit here, especially for Q, who wants to get a fast earn up, get the levels rolling. You get an earn on this Furion plus the blood grenades. The kill threat on the map just goes up exponentially. He's looking straight back towards mid.
Yep, here he comes again. Now, Nisha has been holding on to the onslaught this entire time. Another reason why he's struggling in this lane, he can't use that ability. Otherwise, Q's going to come in and punish him. And he almost gets in there with the torrent. Not quite. He's going to try and bottle up, but it looks like he's just going to be chased down. Not receiving any help. No TPs coming in from the Liquid side. They are just leaving Nisha hanging him out to dry here. Nisha.
Oh, and painful.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the one saving grace is you don't have the earn on Furion yet, so.
I mean, it's crazy. You're talking about the brick wall hero that is Morphling. I'm looking at this Tide Hunter. I'm looking at a mid lane Kunkka. I mean, these are three different brick wall heroes that just stand in lane and are not that easy to gank, not that easy to kick out a lane. And if your mid lane continues to lose like it's going to, once again, Q snacks in that final hit to be able to finish him off. They're going to get the kill on Q in return. Stuck underneath the tower. No problem for these two supports, but the trade-off is so favorable for Talon.
Q's really happy about that. You can use this one. I mean, this is another really good Primal Beast rune. He has gotten his pick. Double damage with an Ion Shell Surge.
23 here. Certain amount of burst damage. Pops out, double damage, hits him with a stun, grabs him immediately, but he's already morphed into strength. It's too late.
I mean, you have to force him off here. You cannot let 23 sit down here against a double damage Surge Primal.
23 is trying to hold on to its waveform, forced to use it now, and that's when miCKe, who just hit his level 6, is going to pop up, and nobody from Talon rotates over. They leave 23 alone on an island, saying, okay, we're taking this top lane. We're doing some good farming bid. Jabz is going to be spotted here. Nisha.
Another power rune.
An opening.
They have really given these power runes away.
Can he get 23? Burst him down. It's done.
Okay.
Jabz comes out of the trees, and now he tried to help 23, but he's only going to be a victim right next to him. Surprise from Liquid. Nisha making these power runes worth everything right now.
And they get the Ravage on top of everything to get that ult for free.
And miCKe thought this phase, we killed 2 heroes, it means I can stick around and farm some more. No, Talon will keep the pressure on. Nisha's gonna pop out of those trees. They're gonna quickly grab the overgrowth into the torrent, try and get these disabled to finish him off, and that's enough. Zai now showing up with the wall. Not very good by itself, but maybe with a little helping hand here from Boxi, they can get something. The Bedlam put onto the Darkseer to help bring down Mikoto. That damage is just enough. Make a kill for Boxi, but Zai may pay the price for it, trying to get away with the Spirit Vessel, but it'll take him out. The heals from iNSaNiA not delivering in time. Good TP away from Boxi, though. He will keep his kill streak intact. Very important because he's the one getting all the 5-0-1 for Boxi.
Which is not something he necessarily wants to do first. You know, he wants to steal better spells than what Enchantress has to offer and find a better target. So iNSaNiA could bring up a lot of the damage powerhouse for Liquid going.
Nisha lurking, finds him. Q, now they are going to TP in for this one. Talon is saying this is a fight that we could still take. Mikoto is going to be able to grab Boxi. Tried to stop him. Stops the fear very nicely with the X pull back, and Boxi will die for that. Q for Boxi, trade off of 4s, but Boxi was the one with that mega kill streak. So that was a kill worth a lot for Talon.
He gets to go back to the jungle, not getting ganked because Talon are not making a play of their own, which should be pretty obvious on this map with the extra lane shove you have between Darkseer, Enchantress, and the Primal. And the second they split up, you just go straight back in. And now Talon has to react again.
Yeah, they already used some of their TPs to come down to this bottom lane. There may not be the same kind of reinforcements, but maybe 23 is all you need. Shows up, turns to the Primal Beast, and brings down Nisha, chasing after iNSaNiA now, who's now in no man's land, goes for a desperate TP out, but the overgrowth is there to stop him. Liquid overextending themselves, thinking they had an opportunity, with Mikoto being unable to join the fight, but it's quite the opposite. 23 is more than willing to take that engagement. It could not get there in time. Ollie, of course, canceled it, knowing it wasn't going to be there, so that's fine. They still have that objective. That's why they're trying to smoke up and catch more. They seem to be pretty confident about taking a fight right now.
No both to take this fight, however.
They just burst down the train protector, but at the same time, great Ravage. 23 shows up with the Primal Beast form.
Oh, he got feared.
Rumble, he got feared up, and he couldn't actually stop anything. Kraken Shell gets Jabz out of there, but he's blocked in by trees. Q is trying to make his own escape, but it's denied by Boxi. But they don't care about Q. They want the big watermelon. They're going to try and burst him into pieces here, gobble him up, and Nisha will take him down.
Oh, Nisha just gets a free fight off of a weird initiation by Talon, just jamming the Morphling into the river. They get stuck in a wall. It's just, there's not enough firepower in the 5-on-5 here. Talon underestimating maybe how farm Zai is in this game.
It's going to be tough for some of these supports, particularly Q. Might have the roughest time here. 23 uses the waveform here to try and farm this hard camp. Could be in trouble. Run over by Nisha. Trying to get him with the fear. He does manage to get off the Shadow Realm. That'll protect him for a serious amount of time. Pops Manta, waveforms away. Great morph there from 23 that keeps him alive and might even be able to get a return kill here. Boxi self-fuels to dispel some of this. Nisha comes charging right in, trying to protect his supports as best as possible, and Jabz may even be trouble. He just does not seem to be tanky enough anymore to deal with the Primal Beast.
And this is before the late game break comes out. So somebody has to be setting up for it for Talon. Otherwise, they just go to waste. And you have the gem on Nisha. But at some point, eventually, there's a high chance they get rewarded or Liquid just move through the area.
Zai is the person without a BKB who's very often alone. miCKe immediately tries to join him, and they say, okay, let's take miCKe instead. The wall goes out trying to help him out. miCKe does do a good job of realitying, trying to get away, but he is just getting deeper in there. 23, though, getting knocked around by Zai, and now Nisha is going to hop in into the mosh pit. He goes, and the pure damage slices down 23 so effectively.
Just can't get anything going in the fights. Liquid playing the map way too well and not giving an even footing to Talon. Continue to struggle here to push in this late game. 10k gold lead almost for Liquid.
Troublesome for Talon.
And another freebie.
I mean, this is the part that is disgusting about Spectre now, because 60 seconds level 1, but 40 seconds level 3 every fight. But as you can see, they had zero idea of like, we just can't take this fight. That's fine. Let them try and break us on the high ground.
If you get Spectre later in the draft, when you can see a lot of the cores committed, who's buying Silver Edge on Talon's side? Who's really dealing with Spectre in terms of the man fight? I don't see it.
Ollie. He was out there. I mean, him and Q are going to be out there deep on the map, trying to get vision, trying to cut some waves, do these sorts of things.
It's potentially pretty devastating.
It's a fight that you're going to have to play it low.
Yes, because you can't just commit it into the BKBs here.
Yeah.
It's all about getting these BKBs out early for both teams, honestly. And another pickoff. miCKe just pushing towards a butterfly, helping him with the Morphling man fight.
Yeah, our time in Southeast Asia is definitely well prepared us for this moment. Yeah.
Never would have seen it coming. Finally, a smoke. Talon decide enough is enough. They will not wait for 23's MKB.
miCKe immediately jumps onto Jabz just like all the times before.
They don't want to go on him though.
Yeah, it is tough to bring down this Spectre. They're trying to get Liquid to overextend perhaps, and Nisha, he'll oblige, jumping right in there. But again, another target they simply don't want to go for.
Trying to bait them in deep for this Ravage, but I mean, Jabz, they see.
Oh, he tries to go for the Ravage, but it's not good enough. And now the shots, the rainbow shots out from the Enchantress raining in. Jabz going to be punched to death. Zai, I mean, the damage will eventually come in. It's just a question of who else is going to be joining him in the great pierce. Mikoto is forced to use the BKB, and they don't have anything to pierce that one. Losing 2 on the side of Talon. They took about 5 steps outside of their base.
And no buyback on Jabz, no Ravage even if he had it. Should be multiple lanes here for Liquid. Shields are way too tanky.
Liquid have been playing impatient, just waiting for them to make a mistake. When they finally did, they're going to take a lane of barracks. They're going to take even more, and Mikoto dies now. 23 going to be in some trouble, but the BKB protects him for now. They'll be able to get back to the mountain, but Liquid, you know, they could dive tier 4s and it doesn't matter.
You have to wait for everybody to be up here. I don't know if this game's still going to be going by the time your Kunk goes up.
Yeah, at this rate, the way they keep on losing heroes, it's not going to be a lane of barracks. It's going to be...
Okay, there's some damage.
2, 3.
I mean, this Shadow Realm it does do some work here if 23 can get a full round off.
Yeah, there's obvious Ag's answer for the Morphling. It's just, how is he going to be able to catch Boxi to turn into the... Get the jump in, he's get those shots from the Shadow Realm. Torrent comes out, beautiful backing with Nisha immediately with the follow-up there. This could be the killing blow as they grab that Kunkka, slam him down, but it looks like maybe they're running out a little bit of steam here. Now they're getting pulled in. Nisha still, he held onto his BKB and he's getting out of there. Meanwhile, the buildings are dying on the side of Talon. They can't exchange buildings like this, a full lane of barracks just for a BKB. They gotta get a little bit more. 23 is gonna try and get something for the Eul Scepter. It stopped him almost immediately. And the first damage is just too much for 23.
23 knows he needed something there, and he just gets met with the stone wall that is this Liquid lineup. They have every answer. There's just no room to operate. And yeah, that is a very convincing game one from Liquid here. Was not the fastest game for them in the tournament, but very methodical, right? And I feel like if you look at this game as a whole, it's just Zai. It's Zai with an incredibly free laning phase on a Darkseer. He doesn't have the greatest combos to play off of, but it almost doesn't matter. The Grease pipe timing is way too strong. There's not enough damage to go through it. You mess up one or two of those fights, and suddenly you're stuck on a map where you can't take the 5-on-5, and you're getting picked off by Spectre. What's your game plan? Stall high ground and go late? Well, didn't work out.
No, it didn't. The Morphling, we had that Aghanim Scepter. We saw, he was going to try and turn into the Dark Willow, try and put some damage out that way, or turn into the Primal Beast, get some break mechanics going against the Spectre. But it just, one time he turned into the Dark Willow, and this time he turned into the Primal Beast at the end there. It just really wasn't working out for them.
You're just trying to scale, right? You have Phoenix, Zeus, Shaker, Terrorblade. It's all about the late game team fights here. You're going to be a powerhouse if you get there. At the same time, Liquid, they have a lot to combat that team fight with displacement with the Tuskar, and if you give them a first blood again...
The second first blood of the series going to Liquid once again, and we heard from our panel, they feel like Liquid's actually going to be thriving in this laning phase.
Sure, Kaya build up, sure. No, there's not a lot of Zeus's going the Manta Lightning hand. I'll man up and be open about it. Now, is that correct? I don't know, but
rotation from Q surprises Nisha. Really nice planned out TP there.
Bottle refill. So Nisha has massive resource advantage on Mikoto here, but he's arcane bootsing up. I mean, this is a contest for sure, or at least you're going to get the 50-50 and DD top. Really nice news for Talon. That is a rune that Nisha really needed here.
Nisha's got to fight for this one. The Thunder God's Wrath bursts down the Tusk, and looks like iNSaNiA is going to be in trouble as well. They only need a couple more hits, and they will easily get back. Mikoto walks away, hops away with the double kill.
He's going to be in a position where Nisha going to be able to find him in those woods or on the map anymore. Pretty good value out of the ult to push his support levels up as well. That was one of the issues for Talon last game. I mean, these lineups can be slow, but if you get support levels, they pick up a lot of pace, and nice Fisher cancel.
Oh, things are beginning to turn badly now. Now, he does have a lot of stick charges and a Lotus, but against this many heroes, they rotated so much on the side of Liquid into mid that miCKe has no help, and there was even 23 coming through the portal to make sure the Luna's going to die, and maybe they'll put some pressure on the tower too.
So miCKe doesn't have a lot to fall back on. There's no Ancient XP, and then you get that Wisdom Rune denied. It's like the cherry on top here. You have a lot more breathing room in this game for Talon to get these supports to their ults. And play around Mikoto, who's
giving Nisha absolutely nothing for free.
Yeah, who's hunting who in this game?
They're going to jump on Mikoto here for the slowdown attack speed plus a beautiful Fisher. They do have the Dawnbreaker though, and that's going to be the extra bit of help that they need to be able to burst down Mikoto. Nisha commits. Can he finish him? They do. Zai managed to bring him down, but Nisha's going to have to give up his life for that one. And Jabz is on cleanup right now. 2 kills already. Look to chase after Zai, but miCKe does manage to dissuade Talon from keeping that aggression going.
It's just, that was not the start you were hoping for. Still looking for some action here. Only 3 kills in 11 minutes.
Jabz. He's been playing so forward in this lane. Dude, they're going to bring 4 heroes to bring him down. Team Liquid, they really wanted to get this punish on Jabz, and they do get it. It cost them quite a lot, though, in some ways.
So it's pretty much only for survivability. I feel like it's not that great early in this game for miCKe. I think you just go better survivability items. You really want Butterfly or Sotanic or some sort of timing like this to fight into the TB Zeus.
It looks like he's gone through that same thought process. His build has changed, but he's going to be caught. Q revealing himself with a Blink Dagger. Jabz, he'll die at the same time. So the teams were making moves on both sides. A 4-man gank kills the Bristleback and kills the Luna. Nisha sneak away Wisdom Rune before the rotation can come from Talon.
I mean, that is a weird position for miCKe to be in alone, right?
Yeah.
Just walk up mid lane, you get Echo Slam. Maybe not expecting the blink to be this fast, but it was Brown Boot rushed by Q.
Quick Sunder, and the burst damage, it comes in. They collect pretty quickly on that one, but 23 is committed heavily to be able to finish up this tower. Might pay the ultimate price for it as Boxi gets him down. Tag team, that's pretty easy. Boxi's going to be left behind, though, as the punch finally comes through. But double kill for Mikoto. Was that worth it for 23 to stick around like that?
And this fast blink has paid off very swiftly here.
Yeah, because he was thinking about getting the arcane boots at some point in time. I remember very early on, he had the 900 gold. I was like, yep, you gonna go for it? But he went for the fast blink, got a kill. Now, he can maybe help Ollie? No. That's just enough burst. And this is the combo we should be seeing a lot from Liquid right here. Storms here in Ancient Apparition helps out a lot to be able to land that Ice Blast.
Even have Max Snowball throwing some more magic damage on the amp. Max Vortex is gonna do some work here, and they're still looking.
Can they control him enough? Easily. Burst him down. Jabz. Dawnbreaker coming in for an extra stun. The extra bit of burst damage required as well. 2 down as successful moves from Liquid begin to ramp up. Well, that just means it's all the more important for Team Liquid to be setting the tempo, getting the initiation, and they're going to get some information here. Talon inside the pit. 3 of them caught in this Ice Blast, but it's only Nisha who's nearby. They go for the Zeus. They found an opening here. Boxi scouted out Mikoto alone, and Talon, with the rest of them low like that, no way they can complete the Roshan. May have to give it up to Liquid with Mikoto being dead.
This is normally when I think you'd be looking to force the fight.
Well, a great win for Talon then is taking an Aegis into the hands of 23 Savage.
Yeah, this is a lot of space Liquid's giving them.
They're finally going to start coming back, but maybe it's a bit too late for this range barracks to survive.
3 racks for 23.
And he's still halfway through his meta.
Oh, miCKe's just going in with Silverhead.
Trying to get a little bit of scouting, but Q, who they wanted, managed to get the TP away. They do have the Dawnbreaker ultimate. They all managed to hop out of it, so no chance there. 23 is beating back miCKe. Nisha goes for the kill onto Q, diving with his BKB. Actually, the last second of the stun, not quite good enough. Still, though, Talon are retreating successfully, even if it is a 1 for 2. They don't get caught too much here. They've walked away with a kill on the carry.
But look at the ward. Boxi sees everything right now.
Gets the punch up in the air, quickly bursts down Ollie. With Zai coming through, a beautiful hit from the stun and getting good damage in, but the BKB just came in for 23. Savage got stunned up though. He's gonna be maybe losing his first life. He pops it now. BKB trying to commit to the kill onto Zai, and he barely gets it, but there it is. The life goes down, Zai's gonna walk away. Now he doesn't have a BKB on his second life. This is bad for 23, bad for Talon. If they could have gotten away, but Team Liquid will not let them escape.
Boxi just plays the long game and reaps all the reward here. That initiation for Liquid went. I mean, maybe there's a reason they've been very successful all year, you know?
Yeah, wait, somebody shut the hell up, miCKe.
Maybe. I mean, where's our carry, guys? That would have been the comment for sure. Boxi leading the charge off the smoke.
He's going to break some smokes, and that gives an opportunity for the jump in from Nisha, but they pop their BKB on Jabz. They didn't quite finish up the initiation onto the Earthshaker. Maybe they do get him. Pull him back in. Once again, Dawnbreaker comes in, finish off the job. Zai goes for the kill, and he'll bring down Q. They can't do anything about these BKBs. They're trying to draw it out, but oh, Ollie's going to join him. In the afterlife, just too much burst damage, and now they pursue. Without the supports there, they're feeling okay about this, but they've lost Boxi. Perhaps too aggressive.
That was a little deep.
Liquid could have just been very content taking Roshan, and maybe they still will.
Yeah, but they lost their tag team.
Yeah, that helps speed it up
also
quite a bit.
switching sides. Mikoto grabs an Arcane Rune, and Talon are TPing top. Their supports are up in 20 seconds. It's going to be dire side Roshan.
Oh, they're going to run into each other. If they can actually get a free kill onto iNSaNiA, this would make the numbers go fully in the favor of Talon.
iNSaNiA just too fast for himself. He got here way ahead of time.
Yeah, guys, where are you at?
This could go as hard as possible.
Very right for them or very poorly.
This is
no buyback, playing for the Roshan fight all in.
Because you could have gone a survivability item here if you're 23. You could have gone something like Satanic even into the A blast that's not really been hitting you.
But they got it. Oh, Jabz picked up the Aegis. 23 isn't going to have that extra life. Is he going to be fine, though? miCKe tried to get in there with a BKB, but he no way! miCKe! He managed to push through both of those heroes, 1 versus 2, and the rest of Talon are crumpling to the initiation of the Storm Tier. Mikoto's going to try and get away, but remember, this was an all-in. They took away the Aegis. That means 23 can't join in this fight. They buy back, but for what? The supports will not have cores join them in this second part of the fight, and they're just going to be hunted down now. Diebacks on the side of Talon. Oh no, Talon, what have you done?
That A blast did some serious work, right? Because you had a cheese on the bristle.
You could see miCKe was pushing forward there.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
he wanted to hit tier 4s.
You know there's no meta.
Yeah, he just picked up that MKB. You could probably guess.
This is the power of Luna. You break these tier 3s, it opens up everything.
You might have to throw some bodies in there. It's not looking great. Jabz, he just has to do something about this. miCKe's going to take Megas, otherwise he gets the BK gets out. He's fine.
Everything and more as miCKe makes up for that team fight earlier, and they've been in a lot of these games versus Talon where it goes ultra late and something weird happens and then Talon can turn it. You just build up this extra insurance. It seals the deal.
They've also been in a couple positions. Megas on a TA.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Liquid no stranger to a Megas game, and they'll find, lo and behold,
First
Jabz.
down of Jabz. He's been a target for Liquid this entire game. These constant pickoffs, and they only need one pickoff to really open up the door to hitting these tier 4s. Particularly scary against the Luna. Gets these bouncing glaives. You need to change that a little bit. BKB immediately has to be used by 23, but he cannot hold anybody in place. BKB meta and a buyback from Jabz.
They're going to jump here. No meta for 70. You're not afraid of anything happening.
Jabz used his buyback earlier.
Number 10 for him would be a death sentence here.
miCKe gets close, pops the break. He gets off the BKB, though. This time around, the Fisher is really nice. He gets on to 2. They're going to turn around, try and deal with the Supernova. miCKe's hitting it. He's able to get it while they've also finished off the Terror Blade. No Thunder opportunity. They pop the cheese on Jabz, but without a Terror Blade, there's really nothing left for Talon. They're going to call it here. GG. Team Liquid continuing to have Talon's number in playoff series. Get yet another victory.
And that was one of the more dominant ones of the year, really. Like this game too, especially, it looked a little shaky in some of those fights for miCKe, but looking at these net worths, the way Liquid were playing the map, they were just getting so much more out of these periods. And there's just no momentum being built up from Talon in this series. It felt very slow, very clunky, and you got to feel for the supports in this game too, right? Nisha just had their number the entire time. Zai guaranteed to get on that back line the second he finds anybody. You're just playing all these fights 3v4, 3v5. And if you can't win the man fight with your Terror Blade in the 3v4, 3v5 situations, there's not much to fall back on here.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, looking back at this graph, even at the times that Talon, okay, they got their Roshan fight. Okay, good for them. They get an Aegis. Okay, they took a tier 2 to tier 3. It just, they were never actually able to get a sizable net worth lead.
No, they're never leading.
Always even. Yeah.
Which tells me Liquid, they're just playing the map better, and a lot of that was hunting Jabz.
Yeah.
Like, what did Jabz have to do in this game other than just sit there and take the pain?